Welcome back to the Literature Club. Green and Gold 115 here, and we are going to go ahead and get rolling again. So last part we read Sayori our poem. We didn't get to read hers. And then she got sad and left, and she quoted my poem to describe her own feelings. Then we read Yuri's poem, which I could barely read, yet alone comprehend. So, not exactly sure what it was about, but something about returning to the earth evermore. So, let's compare it to Natsuki, since they're writing about the same topic. Maybe it'll help me better understand Yuri's dribble. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, it's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit, finally. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Give me some credit. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway, Natsuki? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's it's not like you would actually do that, right? Yeah, you're right. That's kind of fun to hang out in here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah! Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. She assaulted me. Oh wow. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. Oh, my stomach. You know it's large and bulbous. I was just joking. Oh, I know, tubby, you fat fatty. I was too. You tub. How the hell do you call that a joke? That hurt. I could predict the writing. Well, maybe if it was funny to her. I guess then that's kind of the point. I should really just wash my mouth around Natsuki. She does scare me, dude. Anyway, Natsuki held her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'm traumatized. Alright. This one is called I'll Be Your Beach. So they both wrote about the beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go to. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Oh, wow. Does Natsuki have a thing for Yuri? Felt like if I kept writing negative things, I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write about anything negative with the beach. Well, Yuri's take was a little more solemn. Well, gee, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted to write about the same topic. They're pointing fingers at each other. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. So there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. I think Monica and Yuri might have a thing going on. Again, Natsuki seems to be writing solely about Yuri. She was mad at her the other day, and then now she's flirting with her again. So I guess that just leaves me and Monica. Hi, Senpai Chris. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but like whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me so happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? How is it funny? It's really depressing. No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Although, we kind of grew up best friends. I haven't been seeing much for this past year. Since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me. How about Sayori's been a little bit off today? Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, Senpai Chris, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Oh, of course not, I don't think so. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be really terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Like, Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Nothing. Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this anyway. I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. T-L-K-N-E are capital. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others dare to turn away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glittering in the twilight sky. Until one day the mind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry goal expressionless. A dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow. Very existential. There is no lady that knows everything that can help fix your problems. Wow. That is deep. Nobody does have all the answers. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, we're high school girls, but we're 18 plus, but we're also high school girls, and we're just sad and emotional all the time. I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. Oh, nice meta joke, because I'm the only 3D one here. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Monica's a fourth wall breaker, dude. It's kind of weird. Are you ever too shy to share your feeling? Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing it becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Huh. Thanks for listening. So meta. Alright. We are drawing near to the end of me streaming for tonight, so what I'm going to do is cut this part and try to push out one more, because I am interested in the story, but it is getting close to midnight at this point. So without further ado, I keep saying that tonight, and the broadcast skipped